It's bow time. Hurry into Bojangles for 2 scratch-made sizzling sausage biscuits for just $4. One bite and you'll want breakfast for dinner. Good thing we serve savory sausage biscuits all day. But this 2 for $4 deal won't last forever. It's bow time.
We are Lions. We bring hope where it's needed. Support causes that matter. Change lives. Change communities. Change the world. Visit lionsclubs.org to learn more.
At Shentel, we understand our first responsibility is to provide you with fast, reliable internet at reasonable prices.
Brings me closer to my Savior. Little bit of heaven, a whole lot of love left behind.
Well, good morning and welcome to Rise and Shine, Franklin County and all the other areas. We do have people that tune in. I know Mr. Giroux watches us down in Bedford. I have friends in New York. I have family in Florida. And we are just, you can bring us up on Facebook. All you got to do is click on the magnifying glass and type in cable space 12. And Rise and Shine will pop up and you just like it or follow it. And then it will let you know on your phone whenever our show is on. And we're so glad that we have viewers out there watching us. And we just love to bring you what's happening. We want you to know what's happening right here in Franklin County. So this is, what do they call this, Hump Day? But tomorrow at the Farm and Craft Market, they will have their market open from 3 to 7. And that is right past Ferrum College, just not far at all. It's across from the green boxes. And they have, excuse me, you got to take your kids to practice somewhere. This is a good opportunity for you to slip away and go, like I said, from 3 to 7 and shop. And I'm sure they've got like 30 plus local vendors with a large selection of goods, produce, plants, crafts, eggs, meat, baked goods, and so much more. And they do have handicap parking. It's easy and safe access to all vendor booths. and they say snap us back. Be sure to take advantage of this great option. Also, coming up this coming Friday, the fish fry will start again at Ferrum College, and that is it from 4:30 until 7. That's the hours it is when the students are not there. So everybody enjoys that. It's $12 plus tax. It's fish and another side, your vegetables, salad bar, dessert, and drink for $12. Where can you get all that? And you can go back and get a second helping if you'd like. So where in the world can you go and eat for $12? You can't, and then get all that. You can't. Not a drink. When you go out and buy a drink, sometimes a soft drink is $3.99 and a cup of coffee is $4. Seriously, I'm serious. Okay, lots of things happening here, and we have got the Smith Mountain Lake first ever professional rodeo, and it says Double D Arena. This is July 11th and 12th, it's coming Friday and Saturday. The gates open at 6 p.m. The rodeo starts at 8 p.m. General admission is $20. Ages 6 to 10 is $15. Ages 5 and under are free. And the first 100 kids who will get a free bandana. They'll have food vendors, shopping, and a whole lot more. Now, this is going to take place at 9536 Brooks Mill Road, Wirtz, Virginia. They're going to have 8 professional events. I think this is exciting to be right here in Franklin County. Bareback riding, saddle bronc, calf roping, breakaway rope, steer wrestling, team roping, barrel racing, and bull riding. Wow, right here in Franklin County. And this is being brought to us by the Roanoke Valley Community Credit Union and SRA, whatever that stands for. But that would be exciting to take your kids to see all this happening. I think it would be exciting. All right, the 11th Annual Autumn Fest fundraiser is going to be taking place on September the 27th at the Franklin County High School parking lot right there in front of the stadium. They need vendors. If you have something that you make, earrings or pictures or whatever it is that you sell, they are looking for vendors to come and set up. It is a $50 fee to set up. Then whatever you sell, the proceeds are yours. They need local vendors. They will have food trucks, raffles, and music. And then, like I said, it's at the Franklin County High School Law Lot on September 27th. So if you're interested in being a vendor there and setting up, our Lions Club's going to be there, and we're going to have some goodies to sell and chances on things. But if you're interested, you can contact Marie, and it's MARIEKAN 31 at gmail.com. Again, it's so hard sometimes to write things down. MARIEKAN 31 at gmail.com if you would like to register to be a vendor at the Autumn Fest. And this is for the Stepping Stone Mission. And as we tell you all the time, it's there on North Main Street. Every day, 365 days a year, you can have a hot meal at the Stepping Stone Mission. And they're not federally funded. They operate on donations. A lot of the area stores and restaurants donate things to them, and they certainly do utilize them. And if they give too much of something, they give it to somebody that needs it. So this is a really good thing that we have right here in Franklin County. All right, then we're going to put this on your calendar. This is next month, but you know how time flies. And we're going to have our guys on next Monday telling us all about this. They're so excited about it. Used to be National Night Out. The Franklin County, the sheriff entity and the town police, they used to have separate National Nights Out. Now they have put it all together. It's one big deal. So that's coming up on August the 5th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Franklin County High School, and inside Central Gym there will not be nonprofits set up. So I went last year, and boy, it was really fun, and I met a lot of people that wanted to come on Rise and Shine. So we'll see you all on August the 5th from 6 to 8 p.m. at Franklin County High School. If you want to do a little running, now this is way down the road. This is in September from 8 to 11 a.m. It's the annual Friends of the Family Resource Center 5K Run and Walk. This is to support local victims and survivors of domestic violence. You can register for that. It's $25 per person. and the price will increase after July 31st, and it's open to ages 11 plus. And for more information on this, and you could call to register 540-483-5088. Okay, we got a couple more announcements. I have a guest that has just arrived, and we want her to come and tell about something exciting they did at their church. But wanted to let you know the Smith Mountain Lake Boomer Band charity concert will be at the Harvester on August the 3rd, and the doors will open at 2 o'clock. And it starts at 3. The tickets available at harvester-music.com. And this will benefit 3 of our charities here in Rocky Mount: the Warming Shelter, Stepping Stone, and Helping Hands. So this sounds like it's going to be fun. So we're going to have a dance floor. And I said, well, Joyce might get out there and shake a leg. We got a kick out of that because everybody knows I have a prosthetic leg. Okay, we're going to take a short break. We're going to get our guests in here and find out some exciting news, things that's going on at their church. So take a short break and hear from our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
At Shentel, we understand our first responsibility is to provide you with fast, reliable internet at reasonable prices. That's why we're excited to offer Powerhouse from Shentel, new faster internet packages that are more affordable than ever. Powerhouse packages are designed to provide that peace of mind you want. Choose between 4 simple, hassle-free internet packages. When just a few people use your network regularly, 50 megabits per second, our lowest Powerhouse speed, is probably more than enough. Priced for your budget and still faster than what most other providers can deliver. 50 megs not quite enough? Bump up to 150 to make sure no one buffers. And for the multi-user, multi-device, heavy gaming video streaming household, we offer an enhanced speed package of 300 megs. But since your needs change daily, you have the option to push your network to the max with the top tier that reaches speeds up to a gig. That's 1,000 megs per second. We've heard you, and we know you want value. Powerhouse helps you get the most out of your internet with easy-to-understand rates that are just plain better. Combine these incredible new speed packages with our amazing unlimited data option and surf, stream, and download to your heart's content. Powerhouse is the result of Shentel's hard work to expand and upgrade our network. We made sure to build it to fit your needs right now and continue to make improvements so it'll be strong enough for your future. Learn more about Powerhouse at Shentel.com. Make the switch and turn your house into a powerhouse today. The fastest internet from the one provider that calls this place home. Shentel, always connected to you.
Our roads and highways are busier than ever.
With tractor trailers and large company vehicles.
While most truck operators are responsible drivers,
accidents do occur, resulting in catastrophic injuries and fatalities. At Crandall & Cott, our specialized team is highly skilled at obtaining the maximum compensation.
if you've been injured, call the law firm that cares.
Call Crandall & Cott today for a free consultation.
Founded by Bob and Belle Cooper in 1975, Uttermost has been family owned and operated for over 45 years. The name Uttermost comes from the Bible, Acts chapter 1, verse 8. This verse expresses our personal beliefs to share God's word to the uttermost part of the earth. Though rooted in our time-honored traditions, we prioritize expanding our collections each season with the most fashion-forward products in the industry. We take pride in our innovative product design, attention to detail, and first-class customer care, making us a respected resource for retailers and interior designers around the world. Join the Uttermost team. We are now hiring directly for a variety of positions. To learn more, visit our website at www.uttermost.com/jobs or give us a call at 540-483-5103.
If the workday's over but your hunger is gearing up, go for all the hand-breaded chicken you can handle. Cause with 8 pieces of handcrafted chicken, biscuits, fixins, and tea, you can clock out and still enjoy a delicious dinner. It's bow time.
Hello, Franklin County. It's Doug Williams with Budget Blinds. We're your turnkey solution to all your window covering needs. I hope you're watching Franklin County Cable 12 Sports, where we bring to you the umpires and the officials each and every week. And every time a bad call is made, that is brought to you by the blind guys. Is this year you're building that new house? How about adding on that sunroom you've been talking about? Well, here at Budget Blinds, we're here to help. The consultation is free. We do the work, and it's all backed by our 5-year no questions asked warranty. This year, let the blind guys help you see the possibilities.
When it's time to celebrate the life of someone special, turn to Connor Bowman Funeral Home. With 2 full-service facilities, we offer professional care and service to our community. 100% owned and operated, offering you the traditional historical Lynch Connor Bowman and Franklin County's most modern and newest facility on 220 North. We can assist you with pre-arranged funerals, and we house an on-site crematory. We can come to your home to make arrangements and pre-arrangements. We offer the release of 1 white dove, 1 memorial video, and video of the service if held in one of our chapels at no cost to you. Connor Bowman Funeral Home, Rocky Mount and 220 North.
Doyle Custom Embroidery is your family-owned, faith-based choice for custom embroidery, screen printing, and heat printing right here in Franklin County. If you want to improve your business's image, promote your event, or just create your own custom product, then Doyle Custom Embroidery is your choice. We can embroider anything that will hold a stitch. Check out our huge selection of quality products at dcestore.com. And remember, we'll keep you in stitches.
It's bow time. Hurry into Bojangles for 2 scratch-made sizzling sausage biscuits for just $4. 1 bite and you'll want breakfast for dinner. Good thing we serve savory sausage biscuits all day. But this 2-for-4 deal won't last forever. It's bow time.
Boy, did you see those biscuits? Here we are sitting here salivating over those juicy biscuits at Bojangles. They look really good this morning. We don't have a, what do you call it, Grubhub? We can order in, but I do take advantage of going through the drive-thru. Well, we have a guest with us this morning, and she is going to tell us, we had her on, a month or so ago, and we were excited about a yard sale they were having at their church to raise money, and we are so excited the amount of money that they have raised for this project that they're working on. I'm going to let her tell you about it. She knows more about it than I do. So I'm going to let her introduce herself.
Okay. Hi, I'm Pastor Jordan. I'm the pastor of Boone's Mill Christian Church. So we recently had a yard sale, as you mentioned, to benefit the foster care program at Franklin County's Department of Social Services, specifically to renovate their room, their foster care room where they do supervised visitation, and also the room that children have to stay in when they've been removed from their homes and there's not a foster care home they can go directly into. And sometimes children have to stay in this room. I mean, the last one I talked to the director about was up to 18 days. So we want to make sure that the room is comfortable and inviting, and a place that doesn't further cause, more trauma for the kids. So we had a big yard sale, and the community really turned out, and we really appreciate you, Joyce, drumming up support and getting people to come out. So we had great turnout, and in the end, we raised $7,909, which was far and away more than we expected to.
That is marvelous. Yeah. And I think you were saying when I had the ladies on that were telling us about the meeting you were having about scammers, that people had said they'd heard it on Cable 12.
They have, yes.
So that just tickled, as I always say, it tickles me that they're watching. We do have a lot of viewers that come on Facebook and watch us if they can't get us on Cable 12. That's been a little snafu there. But that is wonderful to have that kind of turnout. Well, like they say, I had another gentleman on that goes to the church there. We're all about the kids.
Yes.
Taking care of the children.
Yes.
I've been praying for those kids down in Texas that they find those children, and that is such devastating. I can't imagine what those parents are going through. But anyway, tell us about some of the things that you've done to that room to make it more comfortable.
Well, we've had, since we did raise that amount of money, we've been able to dream bigger, right? And so some of the things we've done is the room has been painted. We went with a light blue. And just to say, everything that we have done with the room has been asked for and approved by the Department of Social Services. So we didn't want to think about things that we thought they needed. We wanted to make sure we were doing things that they need, and that they wanted. So the room has been painted. It's a light blue now. There is a new TV in there. There will be, so this week they will deliver the new couch, which will have a trundle bed underneath. So you know how annoying it is when you have to pull out sofa, your sleeper sofa, and you have to take all the pillows off and everything. And so they really liked the idea of a trundle just being up underneath it, and then they can just pull it out. There's going to be a new desk in there. There's new cubicle storage things so that when children are there, they can have a place to put their things, because when they're removed, they come with all of their things that they were able to take. And so we wanted to have a space that that's not piled up in the corner, that they could, have some storage things. We've purchased a new rug. There's new toys, a lot of new toys for the room. A card table and chairs, and new board games so that they can sit and play cards and play board games and things like that. There are light covers to cover the kind of glare of fluorescent lights, right? So we have those to make it a more inviting place. There are, and one thing they really wanted was this white noise machine, which could be soothing to the kids when they're there, and it has stars that project onto the sky. So those are just some of the things that, we've been able to do.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I may have to go down and take a look. Did you take pictures of the before?
They did take pictures of the before. So this is primarily a group in our church called our whole church has supported this, right? So, but it's driven by a group in the church called our Chrismon group. And so they do a lot of like community outreach and things. And so this has been their big project. But so they took a lot of pictures for the before, and I think the room should be completely done at the beginning of August. And so then you should go and see. We'll have I was discussing that we should have some sort of dedication,
ribbon cutting.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that would be great.
That would be great.
Well, and we're still thinking and talking about and checking into a shower.
Yes, so that is something that we need to talk more with social services about, because the kids, when they're removed and if they have to stay there, they can only take showers at the sheriff's department or the YMCA. And so, depending on the time of day, right, that they come out. So, and then if they're there for a long period of time, then that's lots of times that you're having to take them back and forth. And just think about how upsetting that might be to have to go take a shower at the sheriff's office. And so we were thinking that if it's possible, we might be able to put in a shower there. This is the old library, the old library. When I was a kid, the library.
And this is on Court Street.
Yes, it's on Court Street. And so that doesn't have this, it wasn't made for things like that. But it's possible that we could put something in there. I'm hoping that we will. And
you've got the funds. And I'm
Yes.
sure if there is a plumber out there that would probably love to help you make this happen,
That would be
there is a
lovely.
space.
Yes.
So, hey, all of you out there listening, get in contact with Pastor Jordan at the Christian Church there in Boone's Mill. They're right there on Grassy Hill. And while she is checking into the possibility of getting this shower, if you are out there and you would love to help them make this happen, to make a child more comfortable that wouldn't have to go. I can imagine myself, if I was there and I had to get my little toiletries together and go to the sheriff's office, that would be, how do I want to say it? It's bad enough to be taken out of your home, but then have to go over to the jail to take a shower.
It's just,
that's just what it is.
And they don't have other options, but at the same time, that is, like I said, it's a very traumatic experience for a child who's already going through a great deal of trauma in the first place. So, and also the employees have to stay with them. It's not like a child can stay in the facility overnight by themselves. So, having places where employees can wash up too is really important.
Now, is there something accessible for that employee that has to stay if a child is there? I mean, they have a place
I think they stay there with them. Yeah, I mean, that's, I know they stay there with them and they have to stay. And you know, I mean, a lot of children that are in and out of foster care have, you know, issues from being in and out of the system, you know, and from, you know, traumatic experiences that happen at home and things. So it just depends. You know, some of them I'm sure can actually, you know, be left in a room by themselves, but maybe some of them, you know, can't. So they stay right there with them. So.
No, I was thinking if, you know, if someone had to stay with them, even a recliner might be nice.
Yes, yes. I think they do have some chairs in there, but something would be nice. The room is not big.
Okay.
The room is definitely not big. So we're kind of doing the most that we can.
Okay, with what you got.
With
Well,
what we've
that's
got.
great.
Mhm.
Well, this is, we just are so appreciative of everyone that has contributed to this and to make this happen for these kids. And they've got a little money left over, so, you know, as things wear out, you can replace them. You do have the funds to do that. That is just wonderful to
Thank you.
take, I mean, over $7,000. And it just tickles me that a lot of the people that came said they heard about it on
They
cable as
did.
well.
And in fact, just about everybody I talked to at the yard sale came with the intention of coming to the yard sale, knowing what it was for. I didn't speak to anyone that just came, you know, like they were yard sailing that morning. Everybody came with the intention, and everybody was very generous, you know, with their donations. And we also got rid of a lot of stuff. And a lot of people were very generous with donating their money, but also items for the yard sale. You know, we had a lot of different people across the community, a lot of different churches that participated in that. It's almost impossible to know all the churches that participated in it because we sent out a mailer to every church in Franklin County. So, and just said, drop it off, you know, so it's been amazing.
Well, that is such a nice, and we appreciate your committee at the church that has undertaken this project and to do. I mean, it's just wonderful because it's so traumatic if a child has to be taken out of the house.
Yes.
I know it'd be at my age if somebody had to come and get me. I even at like I say, at my age, I would be traumatized too.
Yeah.
And then
it's our Christian call, you know, to help our neighbor. I mean, Jesus gave us 2 main commandments. He said, this is the summation of God's law, these 2 commandments: love God with all your heart, mind, body, soul, and love your neighbor as yourself. And that is what we work really hard to do, you know, as Christians, is to love our neighbors as ourselves. And so, and specifically these children who are so vulnerable and who are often forgotten. So, because they're not, you know, they're not necessarily your family, but they are your family in Christ. So we need to be reaching out and helping them as best we can.
Well, I was telling you before the show started, we were out having breakfast one morning and 2 ladies had this precious little girl. And I thought, oh, that must be their granddaughter. And then they told me that she was a foster child, precious child.
Yes,
And
yes.
it just, you know, I'm so thankful that there are families out there that can welcome these kids into their home for whatever period that they have to go.
And
it's wonderful.
They are always in need of more foster families. They are in need of people that can do temporary placements as well. You know, you don't have to commit to just, you know, being a permanent foster family. You can be somebody who takes in children in a situation like this when they're just initially removed and they're waiting to find a permanent placement. You can be a temporary placement for them. Or there are also families that like spell the permanent foster family. So when sometimes permanent foster families, like they have to go on vacation or they're going to a family wedding or you know, something like that. And there you can be a temporary place for that kid to stay while their permanent foster family has to go and do something, you know, for a week or something like that.
Okay, right. So we'll maybe need to get them on again and refresh people's memory on how to get in touch with them.
Yes.
We'll do that. We'll get them to come on again and let us know how thrilled they are with what they've got.
It'd be wonderful if we could get some of the people there.
We will. They've been on before, so I'll get in touch with them. Well, thank you so much, Pastor Jordan, for coming this morning.
You're welcome.
And I'm just delighted to hear of all these things that you all are doing for those children. It is wonderful. I only have a couple more announcements if you just want to sit with
just
me.
hang out. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let's just finish out the announcements here. Coming up this season's charity concert series at the Cove amphitheater at Smith Mountain Lake. That is out on 40 East at 301 Ivy Lane at Union Hall. You can rent a skybox, and Stacy Halley was here the other day. She is her Stepping Stone Mission is one of the entities that will get funds from this. We called it a party shack. You can rent a skybox for $800, and it includes 6 tickets, an enclosed climate-controlled space, private deck, and access to a VIP bar area and restroom facilities. Just think, you can go rent this little skybox, have a party, and then 6 other people can join you. If they have bought a regular ticket, you can invite them to join you. So the first one, or the one coming up, is on July 18th, and that is the Wallflowers, and that is Bob Dylan's son. Now, you from my era, you will remember who Bob Dylan is, and this will start at 6 p.m. So, and all the Skybox purchases benefits Neighbors in Need, a group of nonprofits that provide life-changing services to those in the community, Stepping Stone Missions of Franklin County, Bernard Health Care, and Smith Mountain Lake Good Neighbors, and Transition Basics. So these funds will go to help our nonprofits right here in our area. And let's see, we've got, this sounds interesting to me, is the Legacy Motown Review is coming on August the 8th. And that sounds like,
what is that?
Well, it's a concert. It says details for the special events are being finalized. The features entertainers are fan favorites of Legacy Motown. Well, see, Motown was like Diana Ross. And those, that group, and I've seen like the Four Tops, I've seen the Drifters, I have seen the Platters, good music back from my day. And they're going to even, no, not this one, that was something else. Oh, sorry. Let's see, the Legacy Motown Review have impressed audiences with their renditions of legacy icons, including the Jacksons and the Earth, Wind, and Fire. Tickets to that one is, regular tickets are $48, and that includes dinner. That'll be on August the 8th. Might have to go to that. Then we've got another one, In Concert with Nature, 4 Seasons. Join us from Meet the Maestro cocktail party, where you'll have opportunity to meet Maestro David Stewart Wiley of the Roanoke Symphony Orchestra. Enjoy a trout feast prepared by Smoke and Chimneys, and that's on June 14th. We've got so many things going
There's
on.
There's always so many
right
things
here
going on
in
here.
Franklin County. This is great. Well, we figured, Stacy and I figured we probably have to rent one of these and just have a party shack. Well, I mean, I say my name should be Joyce P. Gordon. Joyce Party Gordon. Love to do a party. Okay, coming up next Monday at the Rocky Mountain Library from 10 to 11 a.m. This is for ages 18 and up, and this is free. Franklin County Master Gardeners will explain how to manage garden pests with environmentally sensitive approaches. Registration is required. So you would have to call the Rocky Mountain Library. They did not put that number in here for me to tell you what it is. So you would have to look that number up. All right, we have got Movies on the Move coming up this Friday, and it is Mufasa at 8:30 p.m. at the Jamison Mill Park. Bring your chairs, blankets, dress accordingly for the weather. There will be activities before the movie starts for the children. So if you want to get there about 8 p.m., they will have snacks and drinks will be for sale. In case of inclement weather, the event will be moved indoor to the Essex Center. Also, we're going to have concert by canoe on Friday, and that will be July 11th. Ashley Watkins and Andrew Small and friends, excuse me, join Franklin County Parks and Recreation at the Twin Ridge Recreation Area on Philpott Lake for the 2025 free summer concert series. You know, as hot as it is to get into your little tube or your kayak or what, and just kind of get cooled off down there and enjoy the music. The hot dog stand will be on site for an evening snack. Bring your canoe, kayak, tube, or float and paddle your way to a front row seat for this one-of-a-kind event. Music begins at 6:30 p.m. Arrive early to unload your paddlecraft at the venue's dual launch. That sounds like fun, but I could see it now. If I was in a tube floating there, it would probably turn over and I'd be underneath of it. I used to love to go down Lazy River down at Emerald Point years ago. Well, me and my prosthetic leg, I'm not sure how that would work right now.
The balance is a little off then.
Well, I do have one fixed that I can get in a swimming pool, and I did get in with my regular leg last year. My girlfriend rigged it up with trash bags and rubber bands, and we thought we had it waterproof. When I got out, I was going squish, squish, squish. But I do have my old leg. I got a new one, so I do have my old one with water shoes on it. So I can get in swimming now or go to the beach or whatever with that leg. But it's called one and a spare. If I go to the beach, I have to take the spare leg. Oh no, that would be. We're going down to the beach this weekend, and if I would go into a hotel, carry
that on your luggage, right?
Well, we were talking about there's going to be I announced it before you got here. This one that we're having at the Harvester, the Smith Mountain Lake Boomer Band, and they're going to have a dance floor. And Stacy was here the other day when we were advertising this, and I said, "Oh, I could get up and shake a leg."
Yeah.
Well, I looked at her and she looked at me because she knows I only have one. Was that we didn't tell the story. We were out shopping for one of the baskets at our Lions Club raffles off twice a year. He has a truck. It's really high. So Joyce is trying to get up in this truck and she's trying to help me. Well, I hit the pin on my leg and my leg fell off and she's standing there holding my leg. We do have some fun with Peg. That's really funny. Thank you so much. We just love to share these little funnies with you all. I hope you appreciate it.
Where did your basket go? I mean,
I've been there. Yeah.
Who got it?
Emma Holland won it, and she won the brownies. So I have to make brownies tomorrow. I've got to take it to Lions. We have Lions Club tomorrow night, and we are trying something new. And if you would like to come and join our Lions Club, saw a big program on Channel 7 this morning about the eyeglass recycling and how many they go and work at the recycling center there in Roanoke. But our Lions Club will meet tomorrow night at 5 o'clock, and we're going to go down to the Stepping Stone Mission. And our group has kind of grown, so we're going to have a stuffed potato bar. So if anybody out there you're interested in joining the Lions Club, join us tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. And down at Stepping Stone Mission, we're going to have baked potatoes, and we've put a couple extra in just in case we have extra people come. And I've got to I'm making brownies for dessert for that. I think that's what I'm doing. Anyway, tomorrow's brownie baking day.
Yeah, that's a good opportunity for anyone who wonders what they do at Stepping Stone Mission to, pop in and see.
And come and see the mission.
Very worthwhile.
Where they have the lunch every day. But then we figured lots of parking there. A lot of us don't, well, me with my cane. A lot of us, our members are older, and it's good parking there. And we have
very flat.
We're going to give it a try. We've been meeting at different restaurants. And but our group is growing. We got 2 new members. We got Mr. Ron Coleman, Reverend Ron Coleman, and Billy Stockton joined at our last meeting. So we're growing.
That's wonderful.
Yes, I'm very thrilled. If I can get our members up to 20, I'll be just peachy keen. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning and learning about all these things that's going on in Franklin County. We have a lot going on this weekend you don't want to miss, and we'll be announcing them again for you on Friday morning. And we are going to have Mrs. Terrell from the Phoebe Needles to come and tell us about all the campers and what's going on up at Phoebe Needles. So join us again on Friday, and have a great day and be safe.